This is a very old axe that we found here on property. Very dull. I don't have anything to sharpen it yet, so but I'm gonna give it a shot. It's just very old, you could tell. It's a very old style axe. Seems fairly solid. That's all I'm doing. I don't need that much for today. Very minimal smoke coming out, hardly any. So that's good. We'll just let it go for a while and then we'll add some bigger pieces.
I can already feel the toastiness. Yeah, we'll make some nice chili, bean chili, or some sweet potato soup or something like that on the stove. It'll be nice over the winter to have the smells and save energy, not using the stove. Not that we cook often anyway, we eat everything raw.
Raw, pretty much.
But it's nice to have something warm every now and again in the winter time. I'm very grateful for everything. Coming back here to the States, being able to have this adorable property and home and us being able to fix it up, it's really been a blessing to us, and looking forward to all of the other projects that we have coming. I mean, we haven't even put a dent into the land so that we can start our garden, which is one of the biggest steps for us towards our goal of going off-grid. I'm always saying, you know, there are like 5 steps to off-grid. First is get that property free and clear, no mortgage, you know, and the second is to make sure that you have a vehicle that you don't have a car payment for. And then the third is getting that garden growing, which is what we need to start doing. Fourth is getting the animals. We've got our chickens, so we have the eggs. And then fifth is always going to be the preparing, self-defense, and stockpiling of our stuff. So we're working, I guess there's 6, because the 6th would then be getting the solar panels. Because we have the well and we have a septic, so if we have solar, just enough to run our home, which isn't that big, thank goodness. But we're getting there. We're getting there. You know.
I hate to interrupt, but I think your rice and beans is stuck to the bottom of the pot.
Okay, let me go check.
And doesn't look like it's got enough water. So, yeah, the stove is working really good right now. There's no smoke that I can tell at this point. And let's open up and see. Nice, of course, if you open it, you see it. I can see it here. there's a little bit coming out, but I think as long as we focus on keeping the doors closed, we'll be okay. Put the cap on it, and I think we'll do that for now. And then in the spring, summer, I'll see what I can do about extending the chimney, perhaps. But for right now, because the chimney is only about a foot or so above the roof line, and it needs to be at least another foot higher. So I'm going to research it. Maybe they have some kind of an extension I can put on it, or whatever will simplify it. If not, I'll just cement it in. But I had another piece of, I guess it's like that terracotta piece that goes in the middle for the flue, and then covered it up with some screen and cement it in. But that would be that's really not a preferable choice for me, to be honest. If I can find an extension, I'll put an extension on it and just leave it like that. The pine cones work real well for fire starters. They light right up and they burn really well. They give a really good flame, and so I'm happy with it. You know, it was a $200 stove. It's cast iron. I could have probably gone with something smaller, but it really does add a lot, I think, to the cabin.
It has character.
And I like to call this a cabin. This is not a house. You know, I lived in very large homes with lot of square footage, and even when we were, before leaving the States, we had over 2,000 square feet in that cabin. So, and it was called Little Yellow Cabin, is what we called it. And we painted it yellow. We had D-log on the outside. It was a double wide. We have a video on that if you guys are interested in looking at it. And you can see some of my talents, quote unquote, on that video, because that was a huge project. Unfortunately, we did not videotape at that time. We were only doing photos. So it's a photo video, it's photo slides. But you'll get the idea. It was a total tear down, and we turned it into a home. So, and that was about, I don't know, 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, right, hon?
Yeah.
So, I would love to, at some point, build a cabin back here, maybe a couple. I'd like to build, I have a lot of projects in mind, because we have acreage in our woods, so we'd like to do things in the back there. And then I want to build a cabin also here on the back of the property as well. And maybe at some point do an addition to this building. So we got a lot planned, and some of the projects are going to be bigger than others, but we'll get there. Slowly but surely, we'll get there. Oh, it's making me sleepy. Let me tell you, sitting by a stove, it's like my eyes are getting smaller and smaller. Making me sleepy. Yeah, it works well. I'm happy with it. I mean, it's not smoking as bad. On a windy day, we get more of a backdraft. But I think once we put the cap on it, for now, at least so that we can get through the winter, I think that's what we'll do. And then we'll go from there. Maybe the cap will solve the problem, so we'll see. But right now it's open, there's no cap. So, there you go. Stove works. And we got to chit chat a little bit. And it's Thanksgiving Day, and I hope you guys are having a fun holiday with your families. And we are by ourselves. It's just me, Pink, and the pup, but we're great. Most of our family is in Florida, and I have family in Italy that we left behind when we left Italy, and they don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Italy because it's just a very American. It's strictly an American
But
United
they celebrate
States
everything else.
holiday. Huh?
They celebrate everything else and then some.
They celebrate Halloween. They actually very strange. I was a little confused because we spent 4 years in Italy, and it turns out that they celebrate Halloween. And I know they had Carnival. I used to go to the Carnival festivals and dress up as Zorro. I had the sword, the mask, the hat, the whole works, the cape. But you know, when I was a kid, and now they also celebrate. In addition, they celebrate Halloween, which is an American tradition.
They celebrate Black Friday.
And they celebrate Black Friday. So they always try to copy from, the States and take things, they can use there for marketing, and everything is now about making money and marketing. So that's what they do. That's right, Black Friday. I remember they have Black Friday. And they write it in English, Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Straight from America.
Straight from America. So, anyways. And we're not having turkey today because we are now vegans, so we don't eat meat any longer. But we haven't had meat in 2 months.
So
But the sweet potato, it's a nice Thanksgiving kind of dish. So it'll be tasty, it'll be good. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
And the dough I made with the chickpea flour for my pizza dough is risen, and it's firmed up a little, but it's very, very strange because when you touch it, it's still mushy. I don't know, you're not going to be able to, like, you take this and you bake it just the way it is and I'm thinking of baking it in, is this bake proof, you think?
Yeah, I think that's oven proof.
Is it oven proof?
It's the Corning ware.
If it's oven proof, then we can try and bake it. I'll have to look and see on the bottom, because we inherited these bowls with the house. We have a number of them.
It should be.
And so if we can bake in here, I'm just going to leave it like it is and bake it like a bread, because it's going to be impossible to make a pizza. Or you have to spread it out with a spoon onto a tray and then bake it, and it's not going to be like I can stretch it like I'm used to doing with regular flour. So just in case, I broke down, because it's a holiday, and I made a batch of regular flour dough, which I should not be having because it's got the gluten. But it is Thanksgiving, and
so we'll take it as a cheat
we're
day.
just going to go with it, and we'll see. Because I don't think I'm going to like the chickpea flour pizza. I'm still Italian, remember, and you can take Italian out of Italy, but you can't take Italy out of the Italian. It's one of those things. So it's like Pink always says, you can take the girl out of New York, but you can take New York out of the girl. Something like that.
Right.
She's a born and raised New Yorker. That's why we got New York on our walls. So I'm gonna step outside and here and show you the step that we just did. And I went ahead and moved some of the leaves that I raked the other day back over the dirt, because I don't want to leave the dirt. We're expecting rain overnight tonight, and I don't want the dog to track mud in and out of the house. So I went ahead and just put a nice thick layer of leaves, and hopefully that will be helpful. But the step looks good. It's very solid, guys. Very, very solid step, and I'm very happy with it. And in the near future, we're going to be power washing. See, I kind of started here, and if I get in close enough with my power washer, my $100 power washer, I can get, it's only 1700 psi, but just like I did for the siding, looks so much better and cleaner, right? If I get in close enough, with it, I can I can actually get it cleaned and get it back to the bare wood. So I'm going to do the whole thing and also do the step, and then we're buying a stain and we're going to restain the whole thing. And another thing I'm planning on doing, we're definitely going to do something with this step here on this side. And then all of the concrete down on the bottom over here and around the back side, we're going to be repainting as well. And today is a beautiful day. It's absolutely gorgeous today. It is sunny, and we have, I mean, my shirt leaves, just a light breeze. It just started. It wasn't breezy earlier, but now that I lit the stove, it's getting breezy. And little projects here and there. This is the old temporary coop, a brooder that we had, if you remember. So we're taking this down. We're going to reuse the pallets to build our composting that we already started. And then, just to show you, we have this concrete slab here that I'm going to use and make a bench out of it for our upcoming fire pit build. So we're going to be putting a fire pit on the back of the house. And I got a few more pallets down there that I picked up. And then of course we got the big project over here of cleaning out this mess inside this barn, because I already got a lot out. It used to be twice as full. But you know, and there's a good window. That's the window there that I removed from the you know, project that we were doing on the porch. And I took it out and put the other one in. It looks so much better. And then some of these other windows, like that panel there, I'll probably use for like a cabin build or something like that. Same with that window. Maybe, you know, I'm sure I could put it to good use. And then there's another window all the way down in the corner down there that I haven't even looked at yet. And I'm not really sure if it's intact or broken. It's open, so I don't know. I can't tell, but we'll see. And there's an old door that I'll probably end up using for like the future chicken coop, because we want to build an actual coop that we can walk into and maybe put a window in. That's maybe what I'll do with that window there, I'll use for chicken coop. I got to take down this part of the roof that's collapsed. And today would have been a good day to work, but we decided to cook instead. And you know, then I got all these sticks here I need to get rid of and cut them up for firewood. And an old barrel, not sure if there's anything in it. You know, it feels pretty empty. But I haven't gone through everything in here, just partially. And there's another window right here, covered in dust. So that could be for a chicken coop. And then looks like there's another one directly behind it. And then there's, oh my gosh, is that what I think it is? Oh, come on guys, don't tell me that that's a door with the side glass, because that's what we need for our front door. Let me set this down and see if I can get a better look. Okay, so these look to me like individual panels that they're individual panels that go, they're narrow and long and go all the way down. I don't know if you can see, but they're intact. So, oh my goodness, and we have like 3 of them, and I only need 2. Well, they don't really match. Maybe I'll just use one. I like this one on the top, and put that on the side of the door that we're going to be installing for the it's hard to walk in here with all this trash. So when I show that to Pink, I'm going to pull it out and bring it up front and show you. Pink is going to be very excited about this. Well, I got 3 of them out. There's still one more that's buried. I can't get to it at the moment. I'm wearing flip-flops. I shouldn't be doing this on with flip-flops on. But this one, I mean, they all have, you know, like this one here is a little chewed up there in the corner. A bit of rot. They all have issues. But I'm going to try to see, make it work. And maybe take this rotted wood out in the corner. Just remove the whole wood, all the wood, and just use the inside panel and rebuild it with 2 buys and 1 buys, and or patch it. We'll see. But oh my, this is exactly what we wanted to get, and they're not cheap. And there's one more underneath there, that where these on the bottom of where these were. So that's great. That's great. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, there's one more back there. Buried. Can't get to it. And that might be the one to pull. I'm gonna give it a shot. Flip-flops and all. I can't help myself, guys. I'm like a kid. You know, it's like a kid at Christmas. When I find like goodies like this, and a little, I call it, you know, treasure in the trash, because as you can see, there is treasure even in trash. We have numerous, I shouldn't be doing this in my flip-flops. Numerous glass panels, perfect for our nest chicken coop. Or even a cabin project in the woods.
Yeah, a cabin.
Because we have a number of them. And then there's one here on the side as well that I already, this one is actually sliced open. Yeah, the glass is shifted. You know.
Yeah, all 3 of them are different.
Well, this one is, yeah, they're all different.
Well, you're not dressed appropriate, baby.
No, I understand. I know. I already did more than I should have.
Yep.
And but yeah, I'm gonna clear all this up. I'm gonna clean it all out. I'm gonna take this down. And you know what I need to buy? I need to buy a sawzall, a reciprocating saw, because that's what I'm going to need to do this. So I can cut the wood and drop it. And I have to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
I have to do it from that side so it doesn't hit me. And might as well just take this down and just leave the part that's standing.
Yes.
Just from the middle back.
Mm-hmm. And the L.
This one, and then this comes off. And if I'm going to rebuild it, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Then I'll rebuild it. But right now, there's no way to fix this without taking it down, because it's all rotted and broken, you see. So it all has to be redone.
Yeah.
And it can be. Can be. That could be a project for the future. The post is still intact over here in this corner. On this corner. You see it? Still got the post there, so I can go off of that and rebuild it right here. And then we need a new roof, because this is all,
Yeah.
it's all rusty. I want to cut all these brambles. I want to leave the tree. I want to leave the pine.
And yeah, leave that one.
And I'm going to leave that one there.
But get rid of
The bigger
everything in
one.
between.
And everything, all those little sticks, they're going to go. And open it up, because I already cleared from the other side. I already cleared a good patch. And it's all level on this side here next to the road. So we could use it for garden or animals or whatever.
Garden, yes. Garden. The more food you can grow, the better you are.
Pink says garden. Garden it is.
Yes.
But so anyways, I'm excited about this. Even though, I mean, yeah, they're not perfect. But, you know, they have the metal plate for the bottom.
This one has a metal plate. And so
That
does
one
this
has the metal plate. And
Yeah,
the ones that don't, you can frame them higher.
Yeah.
So you don't need one. And as long as they're not touching the ground, the ground.
Right.
Because these normally are for a front door, so they're meant to go on the door.
Right.
What do you call it? The door frame.
Right. By where the threshold and
Yeah.
everything is. Mm-hmm.
So, but I think out of all of these, for a front door over here, of the addition of the patio, of the front porch, I think we'll use this one. Just looking at it, I'll clean it up, and I think that's going to be the most appropriate out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And also the depth, because this is
would be
too
nice.
deep.
This would be nice in a cabin to have, like, if you're going to do a shed roof.
Yeah.
And then have that, if you do a shed roof and then you put this one there as the window here, that would look really nice.
Right. But yeah, that's great. And then we got all these extra windows here, and they're all
Oh my
intact.
goodness.
And then we got this one here I pulled out. See that?
Nice.
It's a slider from like the 50s or 60s. Old stuff.
Yeah, these would be
Then we got
great.
that one over there. And then this one is broken, but this one behind isn't. So, I can take out the individual glass. It's a double pane glass. So I can reframe it. I'm not worried about that.
Even if we make them into windows that we cannot, quote, open, but we just have them as windows, like, because I know you really want to build a cabin, and I'm really excited about wanting to do that as well.
Yeah, I'll need lumber for that.
Or even a greenhouse.
Lumber and a chop saw.
Yeah, or even a greenhouse. We could use the windows in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Because if we're not going to open them.
Right.
Oh, I'm so excited. You found some good garbage.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh my goodness. More work. More work for me. More work for Mo.
More work for Mo.
Let's go back inside.
I want to eat
I
some
see
mashed
something
sweet
up there.
potato.
I need to investigate. I want to go through some of those boxes I see and see what's in there.
Maybe we can find some more canning jars.
Maybe. Maybe. Go eat.